Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Whole Lotta Podcast. This is your host, Ebenezer Ojo.
Hope out of bio.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in to another episode. We love and we appreciate you. Thank you guys for coming in. Hope, how's your week been?
Good, man. Cannot complain. Chilling. Chilling. How about you, man?
I just want to say I'm proud of you only because of one reason.
What's that one reason?
When everybody doubted you, bro.
For what?
You came out on top, bro.
For what?
Please, everybody, go look at one of our first episodes. You'll see the lock journey, bro.
All right, bro.
You'll see the lock journey. This man started with roaches, and now he got full-on anacondas. Pause.
Bro, stop.
Pause. He got full-on anacondas.
Bro, stop.
Bro.
Stop.
Double pause.
Stop.
It's crazy, man. Yo.
It's huge.
Shout out to your skull. Shout out to your skull. Show him the dress.
Yeah, you can see it right here, bro.
You don't want to see them that forehead. You don't want to see them.
Yeah, that forehead be glistening.
We'll just.
But long time, 2.5 years-ish.
Jeez, that's a lock journey, 2.5 years?
That's how long I've had it locked for.
Oh,
but it's probably been 3.
What are you going to try to do with it now?
I'm going to cut it soon.
Really?
I got to cut it before the wedding.
Same
I got to go regular. Yeah.
You're lying.
Yeah, I got to cut it before the wedding.
You're going to take off your dreads for the wedding?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Who decided that?
My dad. At big 22, at big 2, 3.
Oh my goodness.
Nah, I was thinking about it and he brought it up and I was like, maybe.
Oh, so you're already kind of thinking about it?
I was thinking about it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, how do you feel from somebody who's been, like, if you're an African boy, you get 2 haircuts. You get the baldy
and the fade.
And the fade. You know
bald fade. You get the bald fade.
It was a bald fade or just bald. You get one cut was bald. And his dad used to cut both of our hairs.
Stop.
And we go over to their house. Their dad, clipper.
My dad was the worst geometry cutter in the world.
You know how clippers come with different guards for different lengths of hair? The man should smooth them guards, bro. He just needs the raw.
Bro, I used to tell him, bro, just cut my hair, bro. Stop trying to line me up. He said, trust me. I used to be a bad barber in Nigeria. Trust me.
We will come back to school looking like them kids and for a penny a day. It
was so bad, bro. You know the last time I let my dad cut me?
I used to get clowned for that.
What?
I used to get clowned.
I came home crying one day because I got tough skin, bro. Yeah. But like, man, because it hurt me though. It hurt me deep. It wasn't even in the jokes.
One thing that you just keeps ringing in your head.
It wasn't even the jokes. It's because I knew it was ugly too.
It was a bad cut.
It was bad cuts. F cuts, bro.
I'm grateful now that African parents are not giving their kid the 1/4 bald. I still see a couple of them.
I see it.
But it's more of
it's less. Yeah, they don't got time to be doing that.
Exactly.
No
but man, his dad used to just give 1/4 baldy.
Bro, the one time, bro. He really, bro, and he used to, you know how my dad is aggressive, overly aggressive whenever he has control? Yeah. So he take my neck.
Yeah, of course.
Bro, I'm like, bro, what type of position am I in, bro?
The 1/4 baldy, man. Only black kids.
Bro, isosceles slanted ass hairline, bro. Horrible time.
Oh man.
I cried so bad. My mom said, "Yeah, this is the last time."
Yeah, it was not it. It was
the last time.
But now, from going from that to you also did the wave.
I did the wave.
Ride the wave a little bit.
I rode the wave.
So from wave to like a regular, what would you do? Like a low cut? Would you do a drop fade, or would you do a bald fade?
I can't do bald fades.
Oh, okay.
My hair doesn't.
So you do a taper.
So I do a taper.
So what do you prefer, the wave, taper, or dread? Since you've done all of it, or locks.
Locks.
Really?
Waves take too much time.
Waves is a commitment.
It's a commitment, and even though locks cost a lot of money, you only have to sit in a chair for what, an hour, 2 hours, maybe 30 minutes, and then you got to get a cut. Yeah. But with waves, bro, you got to wolf for 2-3 months. You gotta
even when you're going to bed, everything.
Gotta put the dewy on.
You gotta be combing consistently.
Brush it.
I really feel like that wave stuff be leaving people with bald patches.
Yeah.
I really think
that's what it does. Yeah.
Because even a lot of these Wave 360 dudes that I used to watch on YouTube, a lot
one brush, one way.
Oh, done.
You're done.
All those months of hard work,
done.
But you like the lock journey?
Yeah. You know what's crazy with waves? You could go 2-3 months just consistent, rah. Totally show your hair once or twice.
Yep.
1 or 2 days, and that's it.
You show your hair once or twice, but to keep the wave going, you got to put the dewy on right away.
Like, I think
it's not worth it.
I think I remember 2-3 good like wave days
yeah.
where I'm feeling myself, like I'm feeling good.
Like you was really rocking the wave.
But it's like you don't wear a do-rag for a couple hours.
Yeah.
You put the it's done for.
It's done. It's not worth it. It's not worth the grind. But some people are lucky. Some people got natural
really
waves.
Nice hair. Yeah,
and they got natural waves that work for them.
Yeah.
But the most expensive though,
locks. I probably have spent.
Talk about what it was, how much it cost to lock it off, how much for the cut, the whole thing.
So I don't know how much it cost when I started.
But when you started, I think I was the one helping you.
Yep, I think
that was for the free ski.
Yeah, that was for the free ski. I probably have spent $2,000 on my hair alone. On locks.
Since you started the lock journey.
With braids, locks, retwist, haircuts. $2,000.
So now you can kind of say you see what girls are going through. you can sympathize with the girls, whatever they have to go get their haircut. $200 here, $250. Oh my goodness!
If you got the money, do it.
But mind you, when a girl does her hair though, she's gonna have that hair for
months.
Yeah, for like 2 to 3 months.
I'm having this hair for 2-3 weeks, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
But at the end of and then now Sid knows how to do my hair.
Oh, okay, nice. So that's
she's been
free ski.
She's been doing my hair. Not this time though. I just had to do some things this past one. But she's been doing my hair for the past 6 months.
So for this one, for you to get it locked, you said it was what?
So it's not getting locked, bro. They're gonna think that I get instant locks, bro. What is it? Instant locks is like if someone had your hair and then they walked out like with this. But don't do that with me, bro.
Right, what is it called then?
Retwist. I already got a retwist.
Okay. Yeah. So the retwist is how much?
It's 100, but I had to do interlocking. Because I had so much new growth.
So where do you go for it? You go to a salon?
I go to a salon. I've been to a couple places.
Say, hey girl, can you...
No, I've been to that retwist. It's usually some real ghetto ones.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've been hit and miss.
The best ones.
Weird. No, I went to a Togo woman.
Oh, really? How long did it take to retwist?
An hour and a half.
Oh, that's not bad.
But she had a deep wash it. She had to dry it. She had to condition it.
Did the whole process.
Did the whole thing in an hour and a half.
Just go put your head here. Let me retwist.
No,
that's good.
Yeah, and she was super helpful too.
So everything that you did there was $150.
$150.
And then you went to go get a haircut. How much is the haircut?
$35. 30. I think it's 30, but tip 35.
Oh wow, that's actually really cheap.
Yeah, bro. Uncle Wale, bro.
Yeah, wait, what's the name of the shop? You guys keep just saying Uncle Wale, you never plug the shop. What's the shop?
Huh?
What's the name of the shop? What? You don't even know the name of the shop?
But I don't need to know the name of the shop, bruh.
Bro, just know the person in there, bro.
Bro, that's the only thing that matters.
How is the viewers gonna contact you? You don't know.
Bro, contact me, bro. Man. Wait, let me see what it is actually. All-Star Barbershop.
All-Star Barbershop.
Yeah, All-Star Barbershop. All-Star Barbershop. Go get your cut. Uncle Wale he gets you right, man. He
I haven't gotten cut by him yet, but I need to.
You're missing out, bro.
I need to, bro. For somebody like me, I started my journey cutting my own hair. So I cut my own hair for the majority of the time.
So you take the hat off?
I haven't cut my hair yet. This is just me. This is just me with no cut. And what I do now is that, because whenever I'm being lazy, I know now how to just like do a little
quickie.
Yeah, quick little fade, a little shape up, easy. So now I do my own hair, but I will get a haircut like probably in a year. I'll probably go to the barbershop like maybe 10 times. Jeez. And it'll be for like an event. Like
you'll go to the barbershop in 1 year 10 times?
Yep.
That's a lot.
That's not a lot, is it?
Yes, it is. I usually get a cut, every 2 weeks?
Yeah, every 2 weeks.
Every 3 weeks.
There's 52 weeks in a year. Divide that by half. What is that? Like 30?
So I feel like that's half the time you're getting. So half the time you cut your own hair, half the time at least ish.
No, okay, then 10 might be pushing.
That's what I'm like. You're like 5.
Yeah, it's like 5. It's like 5, sometimes 3. Like this year, I've been to the barbershop.
Don't say barbershop, bro.
What?
You don't go to no barbershop, bro.
What's it called?
We go to the.
Bro, it's a barbershop. There's literally only men there.
Do you go to the one? Do you go to the not the Great Clips, but you go to a Mexican guy?
No.
What's it called? What's the place called?
Quality Cuts.
Quality. The one with the peanuts in the.
No. I know what you're talking about.
Okay.
No, those guys usually do white people hair. Yeah. That's what my dad goes to get cut.
Bro, they be scissors. Not the clippers, bro. Straight scissors.
But you know, those people are not the best because they don't know how to line up with a razor.
They don't know.
But they are okay if you're like an older demographic or you want like your kid to get a cut for cheap.
Yeah.
Because they're gonna get you a cut for cheap. Like how much you say pay 35?
35. Yeah,
my dad probably pays 35. The one I go to, Quality Cuts, if you do
in West St. Paul?
Yeah, in West St. Paul, if you do
lineup?
Not lineup, but if you do a lineup, it's 20.
Just a regular lineup,
yeah, it's like 20.
And I don't feel bad. Like, lineups, I think I would rather just get a lineup than get it cut sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, because that 2-week mark, I'll just go get a lineup.
That's what I'm saying. Like, when I learned to cut my own hair, it saves a lot of time, too. Because a lot of times, you have to book the appointment, ask if they're available. Like me, I'm on a flight tomorrow. Tonight, I'm just going to cut my hair.
Just chilling.
And it's not a problem. But if you have to rely on barbershops, you're like, oh, I got to book the appointment. Oh, what time you're available? It can be kind of a hassle. But what I will say about cutting my own hair is that I would never say my haircut is to the level of a professional barber. But I would say that it's good enough. It's good enough. Like, that's why I say I'll go to the barbershop if I like have something special going on. Like if I have like a super important wedding that I'm a part of or something like that, or if I'm going on vacation and I want to look extra better, I'll just do that. But
when's the last time you went on a date?
Oh, that's a good question. When's the last time I went on a date? Oh, my mind's fried. I don't remember. So when I will go...
No, don't skip over that. There's a reason I'm asking. When's the last time you went on a date?
When's the last time I went on a date?
Yeah, and with who? First and last name.
Let me see. Last time I went on a date, it was a while ago. It was a little minute ago. I know her name. I'm not gonna say her name. But it was a little minute ago.
What do you mean by a little minute ago? Like a couple months ago, like 2024,
like over time. Like over a time period. That's what I mean.
Yeah, like
it's been over time.
In the last week.
Wait, why are you asking?
Cause I wanna. There's a follow up to it.
Oh, about my haircut?
Yeah, I'm just asking.
Bro, I'm not gonna go. If I'm going on a date, I'm not gonna go to the barbershop. What?
That's actually valid. That's actually valid, though.
If I go,
that's actually valid.
I'm not going to the barbershop. I might trim up, and this is the thing. Somebody like me who is blessed with a beard. I swear. Once I trim up my line to my beard and I get rid of the strangly hairs in between my neck and stuff, that's a haircut. I already look 10 times better. If you leave me like 10 days, 14 days without a cut and I look a little scruffy, bro, give me 30 minutes with a lineup and a beard shape up, I look like a different person. And it's a lot better.
No, you're bro.
You don't have to go to a barbershop. I feel like the only time...
I love going to the barbershop.
The only time I go to and I like it too. Like, I'll go to the barbershop because I'm feeling lazy or I got an event to go to. That's when I'll go to the barbershop. And I like the experience of going to the barbershop because...
chopping it up.
You don't have to do nothing. You just sit there. And they just go to work.
Do you close your eyes when he's... line you up?
Yeah, when he's looking when he's looking at you, yes.
When he's looking at you, I gotta close my eyes, bro.
Because that's equivalent to like when you go to the bathroom
and then you're looking at the dude.
You go to the urinal, you gotta go to the one next. You can't go to the
you gotta go
one across. Exactly. Wait. And if there's only two, you go into the
toilet.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you leave the toilet door open if you're just gonna take a piss?
Oh no, I never do that.
So you close it after taking a doo-doo?
Yes, I do.
I keep it open.
Just because it's nature. I
don't care. I keep it open.
Wow. Even if you're at like your corporate job?
Yeah.
Damn, they'd be like, we got some.
I keep it open. I'm pissing. You know, look. I'm pissing, bro.
Bro, that reminds me of kids in like elementary school when they used to. They used to pee with their pants to their ankle. Like, yo, people in elementary school.
I don't see what's wrong with it, bro.
They really used to have their cheeks out.
Bro, I don't see what's wrong with it, bro.
Cheeks out in middle school, yo. If you got cheeks out in middle school while you taking a piss, bro, as a man, you need.
I like the way it feels sometimes.
You need like the air on your cheeks.
Yeah.
Nah, hey yo, that's all you, bro. But
I wouldn't do it in public though. Like if I'm at home and I feel it,
bro.
I'm feeling it.
Home, it don't matter. If I'm at home, it don't matter. Like, what's your take on peeing in the shower?
What?
Peeing in the shower. Like you're taking the shower. Like, oh, are you gonna stop, dry off, and go to? What are you gonna do? See, that's the thing. Peeing in the shower is not crazy.
That's not, bro.
It's not crazy.
You know what I realized?
If you're watching this and if you never piss in the shower, you're lying.
Try it.
No, they're lying.
It's the greatest.
They're lying. You're a liar.
Bro, but you know what I realized? When I got to college and lived in the dorms, I realized that people doo-doo in the shower.
No.
Nope. Ebenezer.
You're making it up.
I wish I was making it up. Ebenezer, listen. I wish I was making it up. They'd have to close the bathrooms because you kept getting clogged.
Oh, they kept getting
shoot
in the shower drain.
In the shower. So then I was like, I looked it up, and people do it.
Oh,
people actually do it. And you know what they say?
Is it these people?
Yeah.
But you know what? You know
how they mesh it? Their feet.
Okay, that's enough.
They mesh it with their feet and it goes through the grainer.
Wait, who said that? Where did you read that? Reddit?
No, it was circulating around like the dorm. Oh, because it was like, why the heck is the dorm? Why is the dorm is always closed? That's someone's dookie in there.
Hey, was your campus co-ed? Was your floor co-ed?
No, so the floor wasn't co-ed, but every other floor was guy, girl.
For me, my freshman year, the floor was co-ed.
That's freaky.
But we had two different bathrooms. Of course, we had a guy's bathroom and a girl's bathroom. Yeah. So the guys would do their guys things. It
had the showers in that.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
It would only really get like that whenever they were cleaning. I was never an issue of somebody doo-dooed in the shower. That's crazy.
Just chomping it with their feet.
And
I had to look it up because how am I gonna ask another person?
Yeah, like did you do it?
Did you doo-doo?
Nobody.
So I looked it up and it's like, bro, people live the same way we feel about taking a piss in the shower. Mm-hmm. People feel strong about doo-dooing in the shower.
That's crazy. I feel like once you get to that point, you just need to stop, bro. You just need to stop. Because it's not something with pee. It's something that you could just like you're already scrubbing. Okay, yeah,
it happens.
But you have to intentionally squat, do the whole thing. Nah, you're bugging. You're bugging for that. You're bugging for that. But no. That's why I'm glad that I got my own shower. There's no way, and that's why I also vowed after college, I was like, I'm never doing roommates again.
Really?
Never doing. I told myself I would never have another roommate.
I'm so happy now.
Unless
I got what's it called? Me and Love share a shower now. It's just us two.
Oh yeah. They got her own, right?
They got her own.
Dang.
Thank God.
Let's jump into it, yo. So there has been news about a jailbreak. A lot of times when you hear about Prison Break, you think about the Netflix show. You're thinking about Shawshank. You ever watch Shawshank?
Shawshank Redemption? Mm-hmm. No, but people from work said that it's a really good movie.
But yeah, all of those, right, were just like fake news. And even if you hear about it, you're thinking about El Chapo. You're thinking about a long time ago. But recently, they had what? 10 dudes
11
I think. Break out of prison.
Yeah.
They said, so the cell is basically propped up where we were just talking about the toilet. There's a toilet propped up. And allegedly, there was a custodian that helped them to escape. Because there was a crack between where the pipe was, where the wall is, and where the toilet is. And so they couldn't have used their hand. They had to use a special tool that only really got access by the custodian to pry open that spot. So as they were able to pry open that toilet spot, the hole was in the wall. And they had to squeeze through like a tiny hole to get out there, and they all did. And the craziest part is that they left messages on the wall. They said, come find this nigga. We
innocent.
We innocent, yeah. They said we innocent.
After they done kill people, thought about we innocent.
Literally like 3 of the people there are mass murderers, bro. Not mass murderers, but they're in there for murder. Like, no, you're not innocent, bro. You're in there for murder, bro. The craziest part is that I think they found like half of them already.
I think what they're saying is they found 9 out of the 11.
11.
Only 2 are left.
Bro, what I don't understand is that the people who was gotten caught in the first 24 hours, bro. How, bro? One of the people that got caught went on Instagram Live with his friends, bro. He was on Instagram Live talking about they ain't gonna catch me, da da da.
Dummy, bro.
Don't you know the FBI owns the internet? That's what I never understand about these gang affiliated people. The FBI owns the internet, bro. If you are on live talking about you caught a body, this is your op, da 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 da. That's why what's his name? TK is gonna rot in prison. The rest of his life. The man was on the run making music videos talking about I did the race, I beat the case. You didn't beat it, buddy. You in jail for life.
Yeah, for life. And I can't even feel bad.
At all. How are you going to be on Instagram Live when you know you're on the run? It's crazy. They said they found that one person from Instagram Live. They said they found another person hiding under a car. Bro, if you have 48 hours, out of what? Okay, let's say you were in there. You've never been in jail, God forbid. But let's say you're one of the escapees. What are you doing in the first 24 hours? What's your game plan?
I've thought about this a little.
Okay, go ahead.
Be homeless.
I saw something about that.
Be homeless.
Okay, so be homeless how?
Homeless in the way you move, the way you do everything as if you're homeless.
So how are you going to eat, sleep, drink? What are you going to do every day?
You figure that out.
How? How do you figure it out?
You figure it out.
How?
Shoot, you figure it out.
What are you going to do though?
Yeah, either eat out of a dumpster.
If you go to a homeless shelter,
they'll get you.
They got your picture, or you're in state lines. They got your picture.
They get you. No, so I'm talking about living on the streets in a tent.
How are you gonna live on the? How are you gonna get a tent?
You can steal one from the other homeless person.
Wait, so that's not gonna get you? That's not gonna make your spot hot? You stealing tents? The homeless people talk, bro. They got a community.
Ski.
No, okay, so let me give you the benefit of the doubt.
Okay.
You find a tent, you find food and shelter.
Yep.
So it's been 24 hours now. So your jail closed. What do you do with that? You're gonna walk around with your
No, you gotta steal it.
From who?
Some way, somehow. But you gotta play the part, bro. You see, bro. We can drive 5-10 minutes.
You're already making your spot hot.
Look, you got 5-10 minutes.
24 hours. You not only broken out of jail, now you burglarized somebody.
That's what they all have to do anyways. That's how they all have to get clothes.
So that's what you're gonna do.
Okay.
So you get your clothes.
Okay, you drive 5-10 minutes.
You're stealing from homeless people.
Yes, you steal from whoever.
Okay.
You can drive 5-10 minutes. You'll find some shorts somewhere.
How you can't drive anyway.
I'm just saying, like if you drove 5-10 minutes.
That's my other question. You're so close to the prison. How are you getting far away from the prison enough? Just keep running.
I'm running the race. Nah, bro, you got to the city. You're in the city. Yeah. You gotta go homeless for at least a month.
Wait, what state is this? Because
Louisiana.
Oh, it's Louisiana.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you gotta go homeless for a little bit.
Okay, you can actually go homeless in Louisiana because it doesn't get cold. You could actually make it almost.
Bro, you only go a couple of months homeless and just start trickling down. Start trickling down the states.
Okay, so you go a couple months homeless. And what are you doing for food on a day-to-day, though? Like, let's say you can't figure... What are you doing on a day-to-day?
Find a bread spot, finding a diner, finding something.
Nigga, diners cost money.
No, not in the back.
What? Oh, like the dumpster.
Yeah.
You gonna go dumpster diving?
Dude, that's the best.
Whoa.
Ain't nothing you haven't done before in jail.
You think that's better than the square meals you're getting in jail?
Dude, better than you getting penned.
With Diddy?
Yeah.
Damn.
I'd rather eat at a dumpster than get... Dittified.
Yeah. Damn.
So then I'm thinking, bro, you gotta figure out a way to get out of the country. Because you are not safe in the country.
So you're gonna try to flee the country.
You got to.
You know, recently, Minnesota spot was hot. Because there was an investigation going on with the PPP loans and COVID, where there was a bunch of people that were given money by the government to do like this feed my children thing.
No children got fed.
Yeah, no children got fed. And apparently the place that they were resourcing their food from, they searched the location, it was an apartment in like Minneapolis. So then the person that was in charge of like where they're supposed to be sourcing the food from, that was getting all these government, they got millions of dollars from the government. They literally found that person at the airport. They were about to flee. Like, that was like yesterday or 2 days ago. Crazy.
Stupid. Dumb. Why would you go to the airport to flee?
Wild.
Like, wouldn't you go to... And this is crazy. Or it's like sneak on a boat. You know, the boat might be. You got to be smart though. You know, the boat might be going to Florida. I mean, you might be going to Mexico.
You don't. But you live in Louisiana. You're talking about isn't Louisiana? So you're gonna get on the ocean?
Yeah.
You're gonna get to the ocean.
Figure it out, bro. Figure it out, bro. Louisiana isn't it on the border? It's by Atlanta, ain't it?
It is by Atlanta. Wait, check is Louisiana. It looks like a shoe.
Yeah, it's right off the coast, ain't it?
So you can get to the ocean?
Yeah, Louisiana right off the boat, bro. You get to the ocean with the Gulf of America.
The America.
Bro,
you don't get on a boat to go to Mexico. Go to Mexico.
Yes. Go to Mexico. You gotta think, it depends on where you are, but it's like
you're just gonna get on
a boat. And then in New Orleans, but that's right off the coast.
Bro, you're gonna get on a random boat?
Yeah, you gotta either steal a boat. Shit. You gotta be smart, bro. You can't be no regular.
Yeah, quick thing about the Minnesota person. Why would you go to the airport? See, this is what people don't understand. The FBI lets you live a comfortable life, but it's on lease.
It's on leash.
The government owns everything. From the house from the land you're standing on to the house you live in to the car you drive, the government owns it all. So why would you go to their headquarters, the airport, one of their headquarters, and try to think you're gonna fly? What you think this is?
You got all that money, why can't you just get on a boat or
find somebody to get you like the way they do in Mexico with the coyotes? Find somebody to get you passage. Because people definitely do it.
Oh, 100%.
People fake passports, people fake identity every day. Every single day. You couldn't tell me you couldn't find an illegal route or something to do that. You're just gonna go, oh yeah, next trip to the Bahamas. What?
Stupid.
But you're gonna get caught.
Yeah, no. But you know why I'm gonna get caught? Let me tell you why I'm gonna get caught.
Why?
Because bro,
if you're
asking me.
Let me tell you something. If you are able to get out of jail and break free, bro, let me tell you why you're not escaping. Because one,
I think somebody
you made the government look like a dummy.
You made them look stupid.
If you make the government look stupid, the government has a list of maybe 100,000 people they're trying to get. The people on the top of the list are the ones that publicly made them look dumb. Because they can't look dumb. They got to look good. The FBI has a 98% conviction rate? That's what they like to do. They like to look good. So if you make the local government look bad, they are sending the bloodhounds. They are sending
how the slave masters used to be.
Bro, literally. They sending the dogs after you, bro. They sending the master slave catcher after you, bro. Because you made them look dumb. That's number one. That's why I think all these people are going to get got.
I think everyone but one. But I'll explain later.
So this is what I'm thinking, right?
What would you do?
So if that happens,
Mr. Enthusiast, Mr. Prison Breaker.
God forbid, but if that happened to me, this is what I'm gonna do. First of all, I wouldn't leave because I know if I get caught, it's gonna be bad for me. So I wouldn't leave. So that's number one. But let's say I do leave. No, let's say
you're weird.
Yeah.
You're not in it for you're not in it with the bros?
No, I'm not in it with the bros. But let's say I do leave.
No, let's say you just got penned the day before and they say, bro, we got a good escape for you not leaving.
I gotta leave after that.
Yeah, bro.
I gotta leave after that.
You might not be able to run.
I'm not going back to the juicy, bro. So let's say I do go for the run. Let's say I do the race. So
oh my god.
I'm booking it out of bro. There was footage of them booking it somebody trip, bro. They got out and then
wait. How did they climb the fence?
That's a good question. I don't know if this prison had like a fence like that. I don't know if every prison has a fence like around the whole perimeter. Maybe they do, and they just climbed it. If you're gonna break out of jail, a couple barbed wires ain't gonna stop you. A couple barbed wires ain't gonna. You're just gonna eat those.
Yeah, cut it, bro. Yep. Yeah, cut you like a
eat those, yeah.
You can
if it's either that or go back to prison. So these people wanted to eat those. A lot of the people. See, honestly, if those guys were facing for the murders and stuff,
life.
They're facing life. Do the
race. What's a barbed wire?
Exactly. What are you gonna do? Put me in jail longer? I'm ready there for life.
Might as well.
Might
as well do the race.
You might as well. If you got life,
third life.
If you got life in prison, bro.
Might as well.
That's what I don't understand. 10 consecutive life sentences. You got one life, bro.
So you never know.
I ain't gonna get 10
you might resurrect.
Off the ski if I was able to get out. So first of all, I'm running as fast as I can, nowhere near any roads. No interstates or anything. Because a lot of the times, and I think how they found a lot of these guys lickety split, is There's cameras everywhere. Like your intersection that you go through to work every day, there's cameras. And they do that all the time. If you ever watch any of like the CSI or stuff like, not even like the Criminal Minds, not the fake stuff, the real stuff, you will see that there's footage of like, oh, he left this place at 6:15. Another camera picked him up, 7:15. So they've probably already been tracking them since they left that point of prison, right? So I'm not going where there's any highways, any place that there could be. I'm going through the woods, I'm going through the forest. I'm just going until I find a small civilization, right? So whenever I find civilization, first thing I'm gonna do is, switch the clothes. Right? A lot of the times they give these guys the jacket, a white tank, and then some pants. I'm just gonna take off the jacket and just wear the white tee and pants. Because then just look like, bro, that stripe shit they got people wearing in TV is not real. Nope, they don't. I've never seen a jail person that wears stripes. No, it's fake. So if you just look like a regular person with white stuff on and shoes and you just walking. So that's what I do first. Get to civilization, but through no cameras, through no journeys, nothing. So first of all, it's 24 hours. I have to spend my first 24 hours down bad. I gotta see, if I knew the prison break was happening, I would just make sure I ate a lot so I know I could get ready for this journey. So what I'm gonna do, sleep outside for at least 2 days, because I know that my face is on TVs everywhere. Prison break. I'm gonna make sure that I stay as low key as possible. I'm not hitting up no family, no friends.
Well, that's what they kept. That's what they say somebody got caught in their house,
bro. They said that somebody went to their family's house, and then the mom had warrants, the grandma had warrants. They got both of them in jail, and then they got him. After I can go get your grandma and grandma locked up for you doing some dumb stuff. So that's what I'm gonna do. Cut connections from everybody, right? Just pretend I'm dead. You gotta play dead. That's the way. So after that, like Hope said, somehow, some way, you gotta get some necessities. Somehow, some way, you got to get some necessities.
Might have to do a little twirly tour.
Of course. It was a joke. And what I'm gonna do?
Sir, of course.
What I'm gonna do is this. I'm not going to your Target. I'm not going to your Walmart. Where I'm gonna get stuff is I'm gonna go to gas stations. Because I feel like, yes, gas stations will have cameras and stuff, but I feel like the amount of people who steal from a gas station is probably gonna be a little bit easier than a Walmart crowded with people who know your face. You wanna have the least amount of people know your face, see your face, right? Gather some food stuff. Gather some food, right? And I'm gonna just walk out that bit. Hey, hold on. I'm gonna just walk out that bit. Because what they're gonna do? The protocol, at least when I worked at Quick Trip, was if somebody steals something, don't go after them.
Don't go after them.
Just call the police.
You're not Superman.
Yep. So I'm gonna just
Spider-Man.
Exactly. I'm gonna just grab and be out there. So that's when I got food for the rest of the day.
I think you just got caught right there, though.
Why?
Because now they're gonna call the police, and now the police is closer to you than they were before.
But this is what I do, though. I'm going to book it. I'm gonna be running. So after I'm running, so now let's fast forward.
Track star.
Now let's fast forward a week. Let's say I survived outside in the wilderness for a week, just off stealing from random gas stations, chilling out in the wilderness.
Yeah.
Then what I'm gonna do is this. Like you said, we're in New Orleans. Getting on a boat. Like you said that.
Well, you can swim.
I'm getting on a boat. You can
swim, bro.
And it's
swim to Mexico.
Bro, that's the thing. I'm not even gonna get a regular boat. I'm gonna get like an inconspicuous boat that's like tiny. It might take me days to get to Mexico, but that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get on that boat. I'm gonna get to Mexico. After I get to Mexico, I'm staying in Mexico. Mexico has an extradition law where if they find criminals in America and Mexico, America has the right to come and get them. But after I'm staying in Mexico, let's say I'm able to get money up in Mexico, I'm gonna join a gang in Mexico.
A gang?
Yeah. Join the gang in Mexico, build my bread up, build my clientele in Mexico. Then when I have enough money, I'm gonna change my face. Facial reconstruction surgery. They have surgeons in Mexico that do all types of stuff. So I'm gonna get my face.
I like my face, man.
No, I'm gonna get my face reconstructed. So when I get my face reconstructed, then I'm gonna have my fingertips burnt off. Because listen, when you go to prison, they ID you by your fingerprint. So that means if you try to come back to the U.S. with a different
so you're gonna have burnt fingertips for the rest of your life.
Yep. Because I'm going to alter them enough so that you can't guess. You can't.
So you're gonna cut yourself. You're gonna cut your finger.
No, there's ways to do it surgically. There's ways to do it surgically. So I would have that be done so that way, after maybe, bro, right now. That news that we're talking about is not really even on the news no more. Imagine
it says after a week, the state patrol borders eased off. It said at that point.
Yeah, they let them go.
They just pretty much whatever.
Now I'm in Mexico. A year later, I come back as Aguado Julio Montoya, and I come back to America, and I live, and I never tell the story.
And then what? You call your mom, hey, papi.
No, they dead to me. But I just back in America just because I want.
I would never come back to America.
You would just live your life in Mexico?
I just live my life in Mexico.
Yeah, that's true. That's true, actually.
Talk about.
Yeah, probably just stay in Mexico.
I'll just stay in Mexico. What's the point?
It's too big of a risk to try to come back.
Too big of a risk.
Yeah.
Too big.
Just live my life as a Guardo. Yeah. Mexico. Facts. That's what I would do. And I feel like the 3 people that they still have on hiatus that they're trying to look for, they're gonna catch them.
I don't think so. I think there's one. People are saying, this is the speculation right now. People are saying there's one mastermind to all of this, and his name.
I don't think they were working together.
Look, no. They're saying
after they broke out of prison, I think it was everybody for themselves.
Yes. But this is what I'm saying, right? They're saying there's one mastermind with everything.
Wasn't that the custodian?
No.
Because the custodian got in trouble too.
Yeah, the custodian is going to jail for a long time.
Yeah, he's going to jail for a long time.
Sorry.
But I wonder what could they have offered you for you to even want to do that?
Who?
The nigga must have been bored or something.
His name is Derrick Rose. So there's history with Derrick Rose.
Derrick Rose?
Derrick Rose. Gross.
Oh, gross. Okay. That's the one person still out?
That's one of the 2 people that are still out, I believe.
Whoa.
So
you know they put it on FanDuel. People are sports.
Yeah, sports betting who would come.
Bro, that's like Black Mirror, bro. Why are we sport betting?
Last man standing.
That's crazy.
Bro, people put hella money on it.
Yes. People are betting on who's going to get caught, who's going to come back, how much money they can make out of the parlays out these people, bro. So, like they race horses.
Yeah, no, they really are. They really are. Though. But look, there's history with Derrick Rose. The reason why he's in jail.
Oh. So is he like an evil genius?
In a way. He's a really bad genius. His grandma got killed by a police officer unlawfully.
Oh.
And the state of Louisiana did a settlement for like, I don't know, a couple million or 1.7 million, I think it was. Mm-hmm. So they paid the family 1.7 million. Oh. But he probably thought, man, that's not, he probably like, screw this. That 1.7 million will never bring my grandma back. So you know what he ended up doing? How old was he when? I have no idea. Okay. He kills a police officer.
That killed his grandma?
That killed his grandma.
Whoa!
That's why he's in jail.
You're lying.
That's why he's in jail. That's what people are saying.
This man has like a hierarchy, like some lore, like an anime's protagonist.
Yeah. So then they're saying that there was one mastermind, and it was Derrick. Mm-hmm. Like he is the only one that may never get caught.
Wow.
Because of just because like he used everyone else as a decoy, all 10 other people.
Yeah.
Instead of him just escaping and them just using all their resources to find Derrick, he included all these 10 other guys. So they'd split the resources to try to find. And he knows they're stupid. He knows these guys are dumb as mud and they're gonna get caught. So it's like, oh, this is perfect.
Because they're worried about. You know what I'm actually thinking though? Honestly, my plan would not work. Either of our plans would not work. You would actually, the first thing you would actually want to do.
Damn, bro, everyone keep dying.
The first thing, who died?
Some Baylor football player died at home unexpectedly. They
don't know what happened?
At least they're not saying it right now.
Jeez.
People are just dying.
Yeah, like the people last week that you said was doing a marathon.
Right, and they just died. He just died.
Bro, I thank God for my life every day, bro.
For real.
But the with the jail thing, you really could not do me or Hope's plan. Like that's fantasy. The thing that would actually work is as soon as you get out of jail, get a phone. Get on the phone and call Someone that you trust.
Who?
Like, you know when they say, if you call this number, like if somebody came up to you and say, I have $1 million in a briefcase, call this number, if they pick up, you get $1 million. Find that person that you love and loves you and you can trust. Call that person.
When?
Right away, as soon as you get on a burner phone.
Well, they're gonna trace it.
That's the problem. But this is the thing, right?
And then that person is also then gonna get in trouble.
That's the thing.
Because they have to, if they don't call the cops, they can go to jail for that.
Of course, but they gotta be someone who's gonna ride or die. Because I don't think Derek Gross or whatever is out there doing things on his own.
Heck no.
He has help.
Heck no. He has help from somebody.
That's what I'm saying. You have to find somebody on the inside, on the outside.
You can't call him though. He's someone that you just gotta meet. You can't do it. Shoot, have an RV
because
in the forest or something.
Let's be honest. This is not the FBI. This is local Louisiana police.
No, but the FBI better be on it.
They're not on it right now. So the resources are slim. The Louisiana.
But let's be honest. The Louisiana Police Department in the whole state is. It's a pretty notorious. Like, are they? It's a pretty notorious. It's a pretty notoriously bad place to be.
So they probably got.
They probably beefed up.
But this is the thing, though. They don't got, they're not like, oh, they're out. Okay, they don't have the resources though. They might be on the ish. They might be one of the top police people, right? But they don't have the resources. If you don't have the resources, you can't do too much.
They caught 9/11. They got good resources.
They caught who?
They got 9/11. They got good resources. But this is the thing. You call them within that 24 hours because they haven't bugged your family's phone yet. They haven't called your family yet. They're not going to be thinking about that yet because they don't even want the news to get out to the news yet. So they're going to probably had to keep these things under wraps until it was too late. So they don't let the news know and stuff like that. They don't call families and stuff like that because they will then tell the news. They are going to try to do things as low key as possible. And during that time when they're doing things as low key as possible, that's when you call your family. I feel like they can still go back and look at the call logs. And
They could. And they can even call team. Like, that's one thing they can do too for people who try to be slick. They can call T-Mobile
and they can get everything.
Order. They subpoena phone records too.
Everything.
So even if you like go on your phone and go to recents and delete, that's not. They can subpoena those things. So anything you do, that's the other thing too. The government owns your phone. So anything you're doing on your phone that you think you've deleted, nothing. Think about it. Think about what a delete is. Think about what a delete
doesn't happen.
If you're on your iPhone, if you have an iPhone and you delete a picture, it goes to recently deleted. It says, oh, you have 30 days before this photo actually gets deleted. Now think about it. Imagine you delete that video on recently deleted. Do you really think it's deleted?
No.
Even on Snapchat. Snapchat
saves them all.
Saves them all.
Every freaky snaps y'all be sending, Snapchat has seen them all.
You see that there's this little icon on Snapchat called for your eyes only or something like that. You put the little passcode in. Bro, they need to change that to for Snap eyes only. Snap admins definitely have access to that. And if Snap admins have access, the government definitely has access.
But the way people need to think about it is there's a digital garbage in space, in the clouds. And whenever you click delete, your picture, your file, whatever you're deleting has an address to where it is in the digital garbage. It's not like you throw a charger out in the trash, and then the trash man gets it, dumps it in the dumpster, and you can't find it. Nah, it's way different. This is an address. You know where it's located. They know where to find it because they have the address, and the government can collect that address whenever they want. Easily.
That's why you gotta stop playing with these people at all because they own all these items, bro. A lot of the times right now, out of that 100,000 people I said the FBI are looking for, they probably have enough dirt on them to get all of them. They do because they're looking at them. They know they're guilty.
All of who?
All of the people on the FBI list.
Yeah, 100%.
They have the dirt. Oh, now
they're just waiting on
the slam dunk.
Yeah.
Because they know they have to go through the legalese to get through it. But they already know you're guilty because they already have it. And one thing the FBI also does, and you can see it too, is one thing the IRS does is like when a celebrity owes a lot of money, what do? The IRS will leak that, oh, Shakira owes this much to the IRS. They'll out you easily. But another thing the FBI will do that I think is off the record, if you have stuff like this, even going back to the Diddy case, we haven't seen a single thing that they got from Diddy's house. The only thing we've seen is the baby oil. They captured so many videos and cameras and
but
tablets.
They can't show it in trial. Of course.
But look, if they want to try to get somebody, imagine they slide them a little, oh, look at what we have you doing. Imagine if TMZ got their hands on this. Imagine that it, bruh. You think the FBI won't do that? This is the same people calling Martin Luther King, telling him to kill himself. Calling him every day saying, Martin, kill yourself. Martin, oh, we know you're sleeping with this white woman. Martin, they would call this man's phone in the middle of the day.
He should have been sleeping with that white woman
No,
when
he had
a
all
wife.
types of stuff, bro. I don't know if you've seen.
They'd have to kill me.
I don't know if have you seen Judas and the Black Messiah?
Yeah, we watched it together.
Oh, did we?
Right.
This one was about this one was
no, I haven't watched. I didn't see Judas and the Black Messiah.
Fred Hampton. This one was about Fred Hampton.
What was it? Clarence.
This one was about Fred Hampton. This was the guy that was in charge of the real Black Panthers back then. Because the real Black Panthers were the ones walking around with the AK-47s. They were the ones actually giving back to the kids. They were actually doing a lot of good. But the FBI, if you haven't watched the movie, it's a great movie. Go watch it. The FBI actually interviewed somebody that was part of the Black Panthers. They got him in. They flipped him.
Bro, it's black. It was black on black, bro.
Of course, they flipped him.
The white man didn't destroy the Black Party.
Well, I mean,
no,
because the white man is the one who told him to flip,
and the black man is the one who flipped.
So that's why it's called Judas, because he's the Judas. So they flipped him, right? Because they had him on some stuff. They meet with him, they talk to him and stuff like that. They said, da 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 da. This is how we're gonna get Fred. Da da da. This is how we're gonna kill Fred.
Judas is a good way to put it.
They literally orchestrated the death of Fred Hampton, bro. Orchestrated.
Did they kill him?
They killed him. They sent some people in there at night when Fred was sleeping with his family, and it was like a bunch
him
of
and
people.
his wife?
Yeah. Killed him.
Him and his wife?
No, his wife was fine. His wife seen him. Killed him. Straight up. Like it was orchestrated, it was planned, there was an execution. You know the way we have project managers? There was a project manager for the Fred Hampton murder. Bro. It's just what it is. The FBI don't play games. They don't play games. So all this internet stuff that you click delete and stuff, it's not deleted, bro. It's in the FBI files. They got that ish. They got that FBI cloud. And you know how your Apple cloud says only 64 gigabytes? They got infinity gigabytes. Infinity gigabytes.
And I think
bro.
now Apple has to give it.
Yeah, but now Apple that's why also I think there was an issue in UK because the UK.
That's why you won't see a lot of Apples.
Yeah, because the UK too was saying like, oh wait, what?
Selling here. And
that's the issue with TikTok too. While there was discussions about a TikTok ban, was because the Chinese government might be doing the same thing with our TikTok information. So, bro, no information is free.
Check my information. Check my information.
No information is free, bro. And now I think this one app that girls use to track their menstrual period or whatever, now they're being sued too because girls would use it to track their menstruation, but they would actually be secretly putting their user information and selling it to Google for Google to promote ads.
It's not different. It's not new.
It's not new, but I'm just saying there's really no way out.
No, I say, man, I'm looking to get the new iPad. Or I'm looking to get the new MacBook. Mm-hmm. All I see, Burbridge, MacBook. Look at this, see, Lenovo.
If you have a community of people that you can't control, that you don't know what their next move is erratic, you are going to, if you say, hey, sit here, don't do that, they're going to rebel. What do?
Beat their ass. I'm sorry. You got to slap them.
No. This nigga. You give them the illusion of freedom. You say, oh yeah, you're free. Go do. But you don't tell them all the little you're doing to monitor them. But you say,
bro, that's exactly what. Bro, I heard someone.
They're not really free.
I heard something
every day.
I heard something someone was saying about how majority of like drug lords don't usually go to jail for drug possession or drugs. They go to jail. They go to jail for something else.
Yep.
Trafficking. Killing somebody, having a drug house, all these different things. They never go to jail for the thing they actually committed.
One thing that also surprised me was during, I think it's almost 2 years now. They're about to come out with a documentary on Netflix about it. The Ocean Gate, the people who went to the submarine to go see the Titanic that got crushed.
Oh my gosh! Did you see the woman, one of the wives?
She was crying on there. Oh.
Bro, it was getting live streamed to the family.
Oh.
And the thing submerged and blew up, and she can't see.
Imploded,
But she heard the noise, and she's smiling. She's like, what was that?
Whoa, I never seen that. What?
Her husband turned into wheat in the ocean.
But she probably heard the ching. But this is the thing, too.
Ebenezer.
No, that's true. Why else would she be smiling?
She didn't know that what it cost. She was just like, "You're a bad guy."
I thought
she just heard commotion. She just heard the submarine like crush itself.
Oh.
But she didn't know what it was.
Okay.
You're a
that's what
guy.
you were implying when you said she was smiling. Why would you be smiling?
No.
Somebody you know.
When you're getting videotaped, she's smiling.
Nah.
She's.
The thing I even realized I brought the Ocean Gate up was because when everybody was curious about if those people were alive or if they were imploded, when they said that, when they found out what really happened, that it was imploded, the Navy SEAL or something like said, oh yeah, we already knew about that like weeks ago. We already heard something implode in the Navy SEAL in the water like weeks ago. And they didn't say nothing. They didn't say ish. So they know what's going on, bro. Yeah. They know what's going on. It is what it is. Yeah. But speaking about technology, the last topic is this Google Veo 3.
Bad, bro. I saw a video
for $299, bro. You can change reality. You know how Thanos had the reality stone?
Infinity Stones.
That's how you know this man is a fake Marvel person.
Wait, it's actually called Reality Stone?
There's different stones. There's a Power Stone, Reality Stone, Mind Stone. There's a whole bunch of stones, bro. This guy, he's fake Marvel, bro. He's a fake.
Wait. Let's do one thing. I never said anything about me being a Marvel fan. I've never even watched the movie.
Yeah, don't.
So everybody worried about that movie anyways. Reality Stone now.
And you're wearing the color too. I think it's purple. So Thanos had this reality stone where you can change reality. This is what you can do now for $299 a month. That's how much it costs.
$299.
Yes, sir. $299. This ain't no ChatGPT $15 a month. Nope.
And it looks good too.
It looks fantastic.
It looks fantastic.
Bro, the evolution of AI has been it's been measured by Will Smith eating spaghetti. If you see the first Will Smith eating spaghetti video, it looks so choppy you can tell like what is this? You can barely even make up Will's face. They put in the prompt for Will Smith eating spaghetti with the Google Veo 3. Tell me they didn't hire Will Smith sitting right there. It's actually perfect,
bro.
They did this other thing where they did a prompt where it was somebody doing a street interview, like they basically made up the same scenario as the Hot Tour girl, but with the street interview, perfect. And they made it nighttime. It was perfect. It was perfect. There was another.
Wait, where is the Hot Tour girl at now?
Yeah, she was trying to make a comeback.
Fraud. Bro, all she did was say Hot Tour, bro. I don't know why she got famous after that.
I don't blame her for the whole crypto scam, bro. She didn't know what she was doing. She just heard, oh, we can make some money.
No, that's probably true.
That's why it's honestly.
You gotta be careful.
You need to be careful as a celebrity.
Who you allow.
Yeah, exactly. Because
they're not the ones that get in trouble.
Yes.
You are.
I actually know a lot of celebrities that be getting in trouble. Even 2 Chainz was talking about how he's suing some crypto people right now. He just did an interview with Shannon. Shout out to
Shay, gay ass.
That's called Shay.
Yeah, Shannon. Shay, say it with your mouth wider.
Well, not shout out to Shannon, but shout out to 2 Chainz.
No, say it with your mouth wider. Shay.
with Shannon Sharp, right? So they were doing the interview and what's it called? Yeah, he was just talking about how he's suing some crypto people because they did some
bamboozled them.
Yeah, Ryan Garcia had a coin. Trump just had a meeting with his coin investors.
Really?
Like everybody's having their own coin, but it's all the next scam. Remember how everybody was talking about EFTs and all that stuff?
Hey man,
nobody's talking about those. Everybody had the stupid cartoon monkeys as their profile.
People are paying millions of dollars for that.
It's gone.
But
it's really just in and out. But that Google Veo, it's changed reality, bro. I saw this TikTok that actually is about to be our future. This dude is about to go. He's a comedian. He's such a great comedian too. He's from Vine. He was on TikTok. He was like, "Oh, 1 ticket for a movie, please." They're like, "Oh, do you want a real movie or an AI movie?" He was like, "I want a real movie." And then he was like, oh, that'll be $200. Like, why? Why is it $200? Oh, now because there's AI in reality, the reality movie costs a lot more to make. So now it's going to cost more to pay for. But you can do an AI movie and it's only $5. I was like, oh, okay, I'll do the AI movie. He goes to the AI movie, and then before he gets in, he was like, hey, before you go, do you want the AI movie with or without ads? And he said, okay. He said, okay, without ads. He's like, oh, that'd be $2. Then he goes in, and it's literally AI, half the screen, and the other half is like a bunch of random ads. And I'm like, that's the future, bro.
No.
Because now, people are going to be, for sure, these CEOs at Disney who owns everything now, Disney owns 80% of basically entertainment, right? Yeah. You have that, plus versus AI. These executives are going to take advantage of it so quickly. Because
people are going to buy it, man.
The next fully AI movie is coming up very soon, bro. That's going to be fully AI, no actors, it's coming up very soon. Because it's going to cost them nothing.
Yeah, I think they just slowly seen that.
And the unique thing about the Vivo 2 as well is that it also comes with voice.
Yeah, we can talk.
So it's not just video, it also has voice.
But no, I think with the movies, I think it's interesting because it just goes back to this emotion that humans have that AI will never have, at least not anytime soon. Maybe soon, but there's this thing when it comes to script writing that just humans, the way bro, in Germany, they're doing AI preaching.
Really?
They're letting AI preach to people.
You're lying.
Bro, there was a TikTok, a girl.
Is that a lot of views too?
Well, I don't know. I didn't watch it. God forbid. And I let a little AI niggas preach to me. What the hell?
But what were you gonna say?
Bro, so on TikTok, this black girl, it has to just be black, bro. It's always black people.
What'd she say?
She spoke in tongues to ChatGPT, bro, and told ChatGPT to interpret it.
Yo, that's actually smart. Wait, listen. Wait, listen. What did it say?
She just said it was accurate. That is the dumbest thing anyone could ever do.
Why?
That's not, interpretation of the tongue isn't meant for AI. And it would be false. The only thing, the Holy Spirit is we're giving the job of the Holy Spirit to AI. Interpretation of the tongues, a gift from God and God alone, a gift from the Holy Spirit. You're giving it to AI?
No.
People are ridiculously stupid.
There's a thing.
And I'm part of the problem. Because yesterday I got asked, let me not get myself in trouble. But yesterday I got asked to do something. At school, work, you can take a guess.
I know what it was.
And the first thing I said is, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to just put it in the chat.
Of course. No, but this is what I want us to think about, though. This is why I also want us to think that we live in a simulation. Because look, this is just where AI is. When did ChatGPT come out?
No, ChatGPT has been out for a while. It's just
like when it became popular.
2021. 2021 is when the newest.
Using it.
But people have been using ChatGPT for
let's
years.
Talk about the real ones.
Okay,
on the website.
Whatever.
It wasn't really till like last year.
No, it started in 2021. At least for when I was in the computer science field.
Yeah, and we
were using ChatGPT in 2021.
Okay, 2021.
Yes.
Let's say 2021. That's when ChatGPT was starting to sprout. It's been maybe 5 years.
Yeah.
And this is where we're already at.
But look, I was listening to a podcast.
Tell me reality is going to start being fishy, bro.
Well, I listened to a podcast yesterday, and he talked about Elon Musk and the reason. But you got to think, bro. ChatGPT, the owners of ChatGPT, you got to think Elon Musk was a part of ChatGPT before.
Yes, I know.
And then he hired
OpenAI.
Yeah, he hired one of these.
Sam Altman?
No, he hired another guy who is the mind behind the algorithm and just how ChatGPT works and whatnot. He is the director of like science or whatever they call it, and he pretty much owns, really smart sciencey guy. He owns OpenAI pretty much. He has all the power, to be honest. He fires Sam Altman in 2023. When he fires Sam Altman got back his job in 5 days.
Whoa.
And the reasoning.
Oh, I heard about that.
No one has. He has not come out and said exactly why he fired Sam Altman. But all that has been speculated, even Elon Musk has said this in a couple of interviews, that Sam Altman has no morals. That he will do anything in the world if there's a price tag to it. And that's why he got fired, because the guy, the director of science dude, he has morals, and he said this is getting taken too far. This is going too far. This is not the direction that we are hoping for. This is morally wrong. Because what Sam Altman and OpenAI is trying to get to, there's these different types of AI. He's trying to get to that. Forget, it's like NGR or
NGO.
No, it's a specific name, but there's different sectors, right? We're kind of in step 2 of like a step 5 process, right? And like I think step 3 is what's coming up soon, where AI will be able to write scripts as the same way humans are able to write scripts. And then the next step after that is AI being able to not only write scripts like humans are able to write scripts, but they will control everything around us. They would be personal. Like you don't have to put in a text, a prompt. They would just know what you need right away. And he's saying that's dangerous. He said that he feels like that's when Jesus is gonna come back. He's saying, and what the director of science guy is creating is creating step 5, because after step 4 happens, there's going to be he says there's going to be doomsday. So right now he's creating step 5 to fix the doomsday. So he's working 3 steps ahead.
So he said that so that means he already created a sentient AI yet? Because that's step 4.
No, what he's saying is he's not the one that's going to create step 4. But because he's already created step 1 and 2, step 4 is inevitable. They don't need him to create step 4 anymore. But he says because of how Sam Altman is going and his lack of morals, step 4 is going to come sooner than later. So he's created this new company that has gotten over $1 billion worth of raised $1 billion, and they are working on step 5. So then when doomsday does happen and Sam Altman unleashes that type of AI, they're going to be able to fix it.
You know what I want to say about that? AI is Pandora's box. Once Pandora's box is open, there's no closing.
I don't know. There has to be a way to close it. I hope there is. I believe it can be closed.
Once Pandora's box is open,
don't open Pandora's box.
There's no way to close it.
Don't open it then.
Right? A lot of people understand that what I'm saying who knows Greek mythology. Pandora's box held all of evil. And then one day somebody opened the box.
Yeah, that's Greek mythology, bro. That's not real, bro.
It's an analogy.
I understand.
It releases evil into the world. You can't put the evil back in the world. Once it's out, it's out. So, I'm not necessarily saying AI is evil, but I'm just saying this. It's already been created. It's going to keep going. It's going to keep going. Now, this is what we need to do. We need to put laws and steps in place.
It's hard. Right? It's hard to do that because the only way you can say
stop its growth, but to manage the way that it grows.
Because the only way to put in a law is to say we all agree that doing this is morally wrong. No. The problem with AI is it's in a new sector where ethics is up for interpretation.
Yes, but listen,
that's why it's really hard
already though.
But that's why it's really hard. But that's why it's really hard to pass a law with AI.
They recently just cured a baby using CRISPR gene editing. I don't know if people know what that is, but basically altering the DNA of
embryo, chromosomes. They go deep into the chromosomes and you can change
altering the DNA genes before the baby is born, which is crazy.
Crazy.
They just recently did that and they cured this disease or whatever that the baby was going to have, right? They've already started. They were able to do that before.
Yeah, they've been doing that.
There were laws in place that made it so that it stopped them from doing it right away because we were getting to a sticky situation. Now they're doing it, but there's still going to be laws in place to say, okay, how many embryos can you use that? It's gonna happen.
That's in babies. That's in things. But we're talking about AI. There is no scene when we talk about robots. There's no laws when it comes to ChatGPT. There's no laws when it comes to all these different things.
Because it's new ground. But that's what I'm saying. With every new, see, this is what I want people to understand. There's no stopping it, and we're not going to stop it. I don't want us to stop it.
I don't think the government can even stop it because it's a race. It's a race
between us and China.
Yeah. So it's like United States can't put a law saying, all right, this is ethically good and this is ethically bad.
They probably already have it, bro.
Because China is gonna say no, this is ethically okay.
Because
what then is America gonna do? You can't. That's what I'm saying. That we're in a sticky situation.
I recently seen a clip on CNN about this dude who's like the real life Tony Stark. You think Elon Musk is the real life Tony? No. There's this dude who is the real life Tony. Oh man, why can't I think of the name of his company? This dude makes. This dude makes weapons for the military. He makes weapons for the military, and he's recently about to make drones that are completely autonomous, and it's a drone within a drone. So it's a plane that houses the drones, and the drones go to specific locations. And this dude is like, he looks like he's 35, and he makes this AI like weapons for the military, and he's a billionaire. They just like ordered another one, and the new round of like AI drones is gonna come out this summer that he's doing. This dude is the real life Tony Stark. It's crazy.
I'm telling you, there's no ethics behind it, and because there's no ethics behind it,
that's why I think this is what we can do now. We can start building those things.
You can't build ethics when there's an arms race.
You know what we're doing right now? We're having. That's why, bro. Do you know who invented sunscreen?
No, I don't.
The government. Do you know who invented basically everything we have now that is useful for us was invented by the government and then later sold to us. The government invented sunscreen for soldiers during the war so they wouldn't get blisters and everything like that. They already probably have it, bro. This sentient stage 5 or whatever, they on stage 10. They already have it, bro.
They don't. They do. No, they don't have. I don't believe. No, bro. Because you got to think, for them to be able to be on stage 4, that means AI needs to be able to act like a human, damn near be a human, and it's not ready.
Sentient.
It's not ready.
That's what it means to be sentient.
It's not ready. They don't have it yet.
I'm just saying that they probably.
It probably won't come out for the next 20-25
Well,
years.
to us.
No, I think to the government.
No, well, I need to know basis, bro. That's the thing, bro. If the internet wanted to shut down our internet right now, they could.
Yeah.
They probably have it where it's gridlocked, where it can't get out. That's probably what they have. If they wanted to shut down the internet just in St. Paul, Minnesota, they could.
That's the point of stage 4. That there is no boundaries.
Right.
It has no boundaries.
But see, this is the thing.
You can't bound.
Something that's boundless.
Yeah, you can't bound it.
I understand, but I feel like when it comes,
that's the whole point of stage 4.
That when it comes to that, which they're probably, bro. Didn't you see Sam Altman was with Donald Trump when they went to Saudi Arabia?
What's it called? Did you not see the new I don't want to say something crazy, but $1 billion thing that Trump just signed off on?
What?
An AI globe that surrounds the.
Oh, I
saw
world. He wants to make a golden globe.
Yeah, and you know who's heading that?
Israel.
Israel.
Who?
Sam Altman.
Of course. Get to the bad. I don't think Sam Altman is that bad because Altman.
I think he's very dangerous.
Yeah.
Because you're telling me Elon Musk is saying, "Hey yo, this guy has no moral."
Yes, Elon Musk is very moral.
That's the whole point. The guy himself, the guy who has no morals, is telling you, "Hey yo, this guy is on another level than I am on."
Do you know how many times Elon Musk is trying to buy OpenAI? He's trying to buy OpenAI so he can control it.
That's okay.
That's not okay.
That's what
it doesn't. See, this is what I want to know. With Sam, I don't think any of them are good people. If you're a billionaire, you're not a good person. You definitely did some shit to get there. That's not good, for sure. There's no ethical billionaires. Ethical billionaires is not a real. It's a what's it called, contradiction. You can't be ethical and a billionaire. No, you got to do some bull to get there. I don't believe any of them are good people. And to say that, we just have to learn how to deal with it, how to get a one step ahead as ourselves. on a life level. See, this is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking, how do I make money with AI? How do I get AI to do this? How do I get my life to be easier with AI? Because I don't care about all the stuff going up here with sentient AI. I don't care. The billionaires do what the billionaires do. We just try to live each day. All I'm thinking is ChatGPT. How do I make $1 million by tomorrow? That's what I'm doing on chat. I don't care what the billionaires. Because my question is, evil.
When I have the same standpoint you have on certain things, you talk about you can't. You gotta look at how society has taught you this and taught you that. You gotta look at Elon Musk. He's a bad guy. Let me finish.
Go ahead.
Well, I have that same feeling and I have that same thought that you're having right now, which I think is a valid argument. Mm-hmm. You be duking on me talking about you look just like God, but you do this and that. But with that, I truly think Sam Altman, and this is just my own opinion.
Because I heard something negative already, so you formed that opinion.
Yeah, 100%. And why is he?
If you heard something about the mad scientist first before you heard about Sam Altman, wouldn't you think the opposite?
It's the facts are lining up.
Of course,
the facts are lining up.
If I tell you a story and you tell me a story, it's both.
No, I agree with you. That's good. Thank you, psychologist. I agree with you. But look, all I'm saying is, you need to have someone who has at least some morals to slow certain things down. Sam Altman, I do not think he has morals, and I don't know what he's doing it for. It can't be for money. Mm-hmm. It has to be for power. Because Sam Altman and OpenAI already has all the money it needs. It doesn't need more money unless they're looking for more money. Mm-hmm. But what they can't buy is power. And power is going to come with whoever is able to create step 4. And whoever is going to be able to beat China in step 4 will get, even if it's China themselves, they have opportunities to change the world that we live in. Whoever gets to it first. So it's really... It doesn't matter. People don't care how they get to it. They just want to get to it. Mm. And as soon as they get to it, good luck, Charlie.
That's a good way to end it, man. Thank you guys so much for listening to a whole lot of podcasts. We love you. We appreciate you. This has been your host, Ebenezer Ojo.
Hope out of bio.
Peace.